welcome to the channel. In this video is my Premier League predictions. Game week 12. Game week 11 was an exciting weekend full of interesting results. Chelsea secure a 3-0 victory over Wolves in game week 11. Manchester City got a 3-0 victory over Liverpool in game week 11. Manchester United also went to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and they secured a 1 point in the 2-2 draw against Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal also got a 2-2 draw against Sunderland at the Stadium of Light in game week 11. Going to this game week 12, I'm looking out for spot on predictions. My name is Andy Fine. If you're new and subscribe to this channel, like this video. Please kindly help me subscribe. I have less than 25 new subscribers and I'll reach 5k or 5,000 subscribers. So please, if you're watching this video, like this video and comment your thoughts and your predictions at the comment section. Without wasting much of your time, let's get started with our game week 12 predictions. Yeah, so starting off the game week 12 prediction at Telford on Saturday, early kickoff is between Burnley versus Chelsea. This is going to be an interesting game coming up in game week 12. Chelsea in game week 11 secure a 3-0 victory over Wolves in game week 11. Whilst Burnley also went to the London Stadium and they lost by 3-2 against West Ham United. Right now, looking at both teams on the Premier League table, Chelsea is now third on the league table with 20 points plus of 10 goals. Talking about Burnley, they are also 17th on the Premier League table with 10 points minus of 8 goals. Going into this game at the 12th in game week 12, what do I think is going to happen in this game? Can Chelsea secure all the 3 maximum points? Since the past 5 games that they've played in the Premier League without their key player, Cole Palmer, and now that he's coming back, I think Chelsea is going to improve and get a win over Burnley. Despite they've been impressive, third on the league table as it stands in game 11, it's not bad for Chelsea. So going into this game, I'm predicting Chelsea to secure all the 3 maximum points against Burnley. My score prediction for this game is going to be a 3-1 victory for Chelsea. Chelsea 3, Burnley 1. Yes, moving on to the next game at the Vitality Stadium in game week 12 is between AFC Bournemouth versus West Ham United. This is going to be one of the most interesting and most looking forward games in game week 12. Bournemouth in game week 11 lost 4-0 against Aston Villa in the Premier League in game week 11. Talking about West Ham United, despite this season, they didn't have a good start, but well, in game week 11, they secure a 3-2 victory over Burnley in game week 11. Right now, looking at both teams on the league table as it stands in game week 11. AFC Bournemouth, they are now 9th on the Premier League table with 18 points minus of 1 goal. Talking about West Ham United, despite they've not had a good start, but in their last 2 games in the Premier League, they've secured 2 wins, and their last one was against Burnley that they secured a 3-2 victory against Burnley. Going to this game in game 12 against AFC Bournemouth is going to be a very crucial game. I'm predicting this game to end in a draw. My score prediction for this game is going to be a 2-2 draw. AFC Bournemouth 2, West Ham United 2. Yes, moving on to the next game at the Emirates Stadium in game 12 is between Brighton versus Brentford. This is going to be one of the most looking out for games coming up in game 12. Talking about Brighton, in game 11, Brighton secured a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace, whilst Brentford also got a 3-1 victory over Newcastle United in game 11. Looking at both teams on the Premier League table as it stands in game 11, Brighton at the moment, they are 11th on the league table with 16 points plus of 2 goals, whilst Brentford is also 12th on the league table with 16 points plus of 0 goal as it stands in game 11. What do I think is going to happen at the Emirates Stadium coming up in game 12? Brighton hosting Brentford. Well, I'm predicting this game to end in favor of the Seagulls. I'm predicting Brighton to get a 2-1 victory over Brentford. Brighton 2, Brentford 1. Yes, moving on to the next game at the Craven Cottage in game 12 is between Fulham versus Sunderland. This is going to be one of the most anticipated games coming up in game 12. Fulham at home hosting Sunderland. So far so good as it stands in game week 11 in the Premier League 2025-26 campaign season. Sunderland is the most impressive team so far because nobody expected as it stands in game week 11 that Sunderland should be at 4th position on the league table. And while going into this game, it's shocking to know that Sunderland is going into this game to face a Fulham team who this season is struggling to even secure points even at home. And going to this game at the Craven Cottage in game week 12, what do I think is going to happen? Because in game week 11, Sunderland secured a draw against the Premier League leaders Arsenal. That was a 2-2 draw against Arsenal at the Stadium of Light, whilst Fulham 2 lost 2-0 against Everton in game week 11. So what do I think is going to happen at the Craven Cottage in game week 12? Fulham hosting Sunderland. In this game, I'm predicting a draw game. My prediction for this game is going to be a 1-1 draw. Sunderland 1, Fulham 1. But I will not be shocked. Any of these teams can win by 2-1. But my prediction is a 1-1 draw. Oh yes, moving on to the next game in game week 12 at Anfield is between Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. This is going to be one of the most anticipated games coming up in game week 12. Liverpool at home at Anfield hosting Nottingham Forest. In game week 11, Liverpool lost 3-0 against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium in game week 11, whilst Nottingham Forest also secured a 3-1 victory in game week 11. Right now, looking at both teams on the Premier League table, Liverpool is now 8th on the league table with 18 points plus of 1 goal. Nottingham Forest at the moment, they are also 19th on the league table with 9 points minus of 10 goals as it stands in game week 11. What do I think is going to happen at Anfield in game week 12? Well, I'm predicting Liverpool to bounce back from the loss that it got against City to win this game against Nottingham Forest. My prediction is going to be a 2-1 victory for Liverpool, but I will not be shocked if this game ends in a draw. But my prediction is a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. Oh yes, moving on to the next game at the Molineux Stadium in game week 12 is between Wolves versus Crystal Palace. This is going to be an interesting game coming up in game week 12. Wolves at home hosting Crystal Palace. In game week 11, Wolves lost 3-0 to Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge, whilst Crystal Palace also got a 0-0 draw against Brighton in game week 11. What do I think is going to happen at the Molineux Stadium so far as it stands in game week 11? Wolves at the moment, they are 20th on the league table with just 2 points out of the 11 games that they've played. 2 points minus of 18 goals. And Crystal Palace at the moment, they are also 10th on the league table with 17 points plus of 5 goals as it stands in game week 11. What do I think is going to happen at the end of game week 12 or in this game at the Molineux Stadium? Well, I'm predicting a straight win for Crystal Palace because at the moment, Wolves is the only team who have not won a single game in this year campaign season. So my prediction for this game is going to be a 3-0 victory for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace 3, Wolves 0. Yes, moving on to the next game at the St. James Park in game 12 is between Newcastle United versus Manchester City. This is one of the most difficult games to predict coming up in game 12. Newcastle United at home at the St. James Park hosting Manchester City with Erling Haaland. This is going to be a crazy game to call because right now as it stands in game week 11, Newcastle lost 3-1 against Brentford. Manchester City secure a 3-0 victory over Liverpool, the Premier League champions. And right now, Erling Haaland can't stop scoring. Despite he missed a penalty in the game against Liverpool, but well, he still went ahead to score a beautiful header. And well, Liverpool at the end of the day, City beat Liverpool by 3-0. Going into this game at the St. James Park in game 12, Newcastle, despite they've also didn't start well, but well, in their last 3 Premier League games, they've really proven just that they lost in game 11, but I think in game 12 you're going to bounce back. And going into this game against Manchester City is a difficult game to predict, but both teams on the league table, Man City at the moment, they are second on the Premier League table with 22 points plus of 15 goals. And now if you look at Newcastle, they are also 14th on the league table with 12 points minus of 3 goals. What is my score prediction going into this game in game week 12? Newcastle United versus Manchester City. Well, I'm predicting this game to end in a draw. My prediction for this game is a 2-2 draw. Manchester City 2, Newcastle United 2. Oh yes, moving on to the next game at the Elland Road in game week 12 is between Leeds United versus Aston Villa. So far so good as it stands in game week 11. As it stands in game week 11, Leeds United at the moment, they are 16th on the Premier League table with 11 points minus of 10 goals. Aston Villa at the moment, they are also sit on the Premier League table with 18 points plus of 3 goals. Despite it didn't have a good start this season, but well, in their last 5 games in the Premier League, they've really proven. In game week 11, secure a 4-0 victory over AFC Bournemouth, whilst Leeds United also lost 3-1 in game week 11. What do I think is going to happen at the Elland Road in game week 12? Aston Villa visiting Leeds United, who is a new promoted side. At the moment, I'm predicting Aston Villa to get a victory over Leeds United. My score prediction for this game is going to be a 2-0 win for Aston Villa. Aston Villa 2, Leeds United 0. Oh yes, moving on to the next game is a North London derby, and it's the game of the week in Premier League, game week 12. North London derby between Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur. Talking about both teams, at the moment, Arsenal is leading the Premier League table with 26 points plus of 15 goals as it stands in game week 11. Tottenham Hotspur at the moment, they are also 5th on the Premier League table with 18 points plus of 9 goals as it stands in game week 11. Going to this North London derby at the Emirates Stadium in game week 12, what do I think is going to happen? In game week 11, Arsenal went to the Stadium of Light and they secured a 2-2 draw against Sunderland. Tottenham 2 at home hosted Manchester United, and at the end of the day, they also got a 2-2 draw. So in game week 11, both teams got a similar result, 2-2 draw between Tottenham and Arsenal. And what do I think is going to happen at the Emirates in game week 12? Well, at the moment, the way Arsenal is playing, I'm predicting them to get a win over Tottenham Hotspur. That's why last season they did a back-to-back against Tottenham. The only time they lost against Tottenham was a friendly game that Arsenal lost by 1-0. So in this game coming up at the Emirates right after this international break, I'm predicting Arsenal to win over Tottenham. My score prediction is a 2-0 victory for Arsenal. Arsenal 2, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Oh yes, moving on to the last game in game week 12 is at the Old Trafford Stadium. Is between Manchester United versus Everton. In game week 11, Manchester United secured a 2-2 draw against Tottenham Hotspur. Everton too in game week 11 secured a 2-0 victory over Fulham in game week 11. What do I think is going to happen at the Old Trafford Stadium? Looking at both teams on the league table as it stands in game week 11, Man United is now 7th on the Premier League table with 18 points plus of 1 goal. Talking about Everton, they are also 13th on the Premier League table with 15 points minus of 1 goal as it stands in game week 11. What do I think is going to happen at the Old Trafford Stadium coming up in game week 12? Well, I'm predicting Manchester United to get a win over Everton in game week 12. My prediction is going to be a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. Man United 2, Everton 1. Yes, these are my predictions for Premier League game week 12. My name is Andy Fine. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment your predictions and your thoughts at the comment section. I have less than 25 new subscribers and I'll reach 5,000 followers. So please kindly subscribe and like this video for me. Till we meet in another video. Bye bye for now.